So, friends, let's go ahead and begin our beautiful practice. I do want to let everyone know that we're going to be ending a little bit right on time today. So, I will end our sharing a little bit sooner than normal, just so that we have a solid 30 minutes to transition to our next event. So, as you all know, I like to set the intention of our practice today by ringing a chime. I like to call it inviting the chime to sing, and I'm getting my bowl filled with intention cards. And this is my way of setting the intention for our practice. Welcome, everyone. A warm welcome to you all. My name is Julia. I'm one of the facilitators of Recovery Dharma. And I'm so happy to be here today, and I'd like to share with you a sentiment of metta, loving kindness. This is a perfect one. Here we go, these little hand-painted things. This one reads, may you feel cherished. May you feel cherished. Now, for anyone who might hear that sentiment of metta, that sentiment of loving kindness, and that first reaction is, oh yeah, whatever. There's nothing about me worth cherishing. I'm such a piece of shit. I've done so many horrible things, yada, yada. So I'm not speaking to that part of the mind. I'm speaking to that tender, incorruptible part of the heart that has always been and shall only ever be cherished. May you feel cherished. And if you are inspired to, take that in, breathe that in. May I feel cherished. May I recognize that I am already just as I am. Everything I've done, everything I've not done, all of it. Cherished. That, my friends, is the limitlessness of life, of certain qualities that we cultivate in our practice, like loving kindness. It's limitless. So is compassion and joy and equanimity. Equanimity, as one of the limitless qualities, it's an immeasurable quality. One of the things that I love about thinking and contemplating equanimity is its invitation to include all those things about me, all of my actions that have been careless and unskillful, unconscious, mean, rude, vile, as well as all of those qualities about me, all of those actions that I have engaged that have been magnanimous, beautiful, awe-inspiring. Both together make the whole of me. And practicing the bothness with that equanimous spirit is what Thich Nhat Hanh says brings freedom. And today is a day to contemplate freedom. For the month of July, we are exploring the Noble Eightfold Path, the last four of the wisdom elements on this journey. The Noble Eightfold Path, if you can imagine, is like, for me anyway, it's like a pathway that has little signs that encourage me, that keep me going. And my journey has not been straight. My journey has been full of wander. I've often gone around in circles. I go up and down. I wiggle through. I find myself in some tight, dark spots. Yeek. And yet, the Noble Eightfold Path continues to appear for me. Little signs, little tokens that are like, psst. Wise intention, Julia. Wise understanding. Wise action. Wise speech, sweetie. Those are the first wisdom aspects of the Noble Eightfold Path. The second four are wise action. What are you doing, Julia? Wise effort. Wise effort. What are you doing? What's your energy? When I was a younger woman, learning how to be of service, and particularly regarding social activism, I grew up in a religious tradition that venerated martyrs. And so I thought that to give and give and give and give until I was flattened like a pancake was somehow virtuous. Well, I don't know about any of you, but whenever I go to make pancakes, I usually make a mess of the first two. So giving, giving, giving until I was a messy pancake was not of benefit, and it took me a while to practice that differently because I had to unlearn that propensity and that mindset. And then I had to learn anew something else so that my efforts were clear and sustained. That is the wisdom of nurturing our effort. Then there's wise livelihood. How are you living your precious human life? And this isn't just about how you make money, what you do for a career, and how you support yourself. This is how are you living moment to moment to moment? What is your presence like? How is your being, spiritual and human? That's wise livelihood. Wise mindfulness, sati. Wise mindfulness is in this moment. How you doing? Where's your mind? Where's your heart? Are you living your aspirations? Can you be in this moment? Or are you somewhere in the past? Or leaning away from the moment into the future? And when you catch yourself doing one or the other, or even both, are you rude to yourself? Are you disparaging and aggressive? Or can you meet yourself that is worrying about the past, regretting the past, sabotaging the present, and then worrying about the future? Can you meet that you in this moment with a spirit of cherishing? That's mindfulness. And none of this is possible without wise concentration. We have to take time to notice. We have to take time to focus. Sometimes we have an hour. Sometimes we have a minute. It doesn't matter. The amount of time is irrelevant. The quality of your time, however, is not. And as your time, as the quality of your time is nurtured and encouraged, what naturally happens is a prioritizing of time. It's reinforcing. if I have a really profound moment, I want to create the conditions for more of that. It feels good. It strengthens my resolve. It awakens something in me that I didn't even know was asleep. Wise concentration. All of this sounds so wonderful and amazing. And for me, as a practitioner, I have been deeply inspired by the scene of the Buddha touching the earth, saying, "The earth is my witness." And I have been deeply inspired by the stories of him telling his students, "Don't take my word for it. Make this come alive in you." And I have been profoundly moved to find teachers who have done just that, who have had the courage to breathe their own life into this wisdom. And so I try to do the same thing in my own life. And so I have reimagined the Noble Eightfold Path as it is alive in me, using different language that matches a contemporary point of view. So for me, wise effort is about how can I be present? What do I need in my effort? Am I running low on fuel? Do I need to rest? Do I need some time for creativity and spaciousness? What am I being invited to be present to in my effort? Wise livelihood for me has always been about an equanimous practice, a both and, bringing the light and the dark, the good and the bad, really allowing duality to come into my life so that I can see it and cultivate something else, something whole. And so wise livelihood for me is an invitation to be whole, to stop the habit energy of not liking parts of me and amplifying those parts of me that I like, trying to get rid of the things that I don't like and I judge and I want to get rid of, and focusing only on the good stuff. Nope, it just doesn't work for me. I end up being unkind to that part of me that I'm judging, and then I feel fake and sort of syrupy, sweet, nice toward the things that I find that I like. And I want to be more neutral. I want to be more open and more spacious. I want to be more accepting of my whole self, and by extension, of your whole self too. Be whole. Wise mindfulness, for me, is all about being kind. Not nice. Nice is like overripe fruit. Gross, no. But kind is like that perfect peach. Sweet and juicy, fresh and beautiful. Kind is also clear and firm. Nice is allowing people to treat me like a doormat. Kind is, I get to decide if I'm going to open the door and let you in, dude. Be kind as you're mindful. And then wise concentration is an invitation to be new. And what I mean by that for myself is I always want to be able to look at something, focus on something from a new angle. I want to surprise myself. I love surprises. And I like to try to see things from as many angles as possible. And I want to tell you right now, in the political landscape, I'm terrible at this practice. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to see it from a new angle. I'm really rigid on my point of view. And I concentrate my energy in that way. And it really limits me from seeing from other perspectives. This isn't about agreeing with other perspectives. It's about creating space in my own mind and heart to see from another perspective. And so this is an area where I need a lot of work, and I need some effort, and I need to be present to it when it arises. I need to be kind to myself because I can be incredibly antagonistic. I need to be kind to others for that very same reason. See and be new. So as you take this in, friends, what are some words? What's some language that's resonating with you that can be your sign along your path to keep you focused, to keep you awake, to encourage you to keep going? Trust your knowing. You know what those words are for yourself. These are my words that I'm sharing with you, and if they resonate with you, that's great. And if they inspire something else within you, that's even better. The Buddha was so clear in his teaching. Wake up to the wisdom that needs to come alive in you and through you. That's what the world needs. We need you and me. So let's breathe that in together in silence, and let's kind of create a bubble around it, knowing that we are all, each of us, exactly as we are, where we are in this moment, cherished. friends. I'd like to end our meditation today with a gentle reminder of this Noble Eightfold Path as an opportunity to explore your interconnection with the world at large, all living beings. Today in the sanctuary we have this beautiful vase of flowers, and those flowers exist from the same things that we need to survive as well. Sunlight, water, nutrients. So we are connected. We inter-are, as Thich Nhat Hanh likes to say. And that connection has existed for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And so when you come upon a piece of nature that grabs your attention, just take a moment to smile and to remember it is presenting itself to you as a moment's pause to wake up to the magnificence and miracle of life and to the preciousness of you. A flower for me and a flower for you, each of us, Buddhas to be. Thank you, friends. With that, let's go ahead and come together for a dedication of merit. Take a deep breath, friends. Let's take another deep breath. It's no small thing to keep going on the journey. There are many places to pause and to resign. It's tempting for some people. And so for those of you who have reached into the magician's hat and pulled out a shred of courage and resilience to keep going through the craving, through the distortion, through the rigid mind and armored heart, through it all to take the next uncertain step. Wow. And if you can, in that moment of recognition, take a deep breath and remind yourself, even if you can't feel it yet, but remind yourself, I am cherished. You are cherished. This is cherished. I'll take the next step. I'll take the next step. I'll keep going. I can think of nothing more sacred and more holy than that. Thank you for bringing yourselves to this space. You bless this space, you inspire this space, you make Sangha really a heart. Namaste, friends.